We're following breaking news on the city's northwest side where an off-duty female police officer was shot in the face during a road rage incident. Police are still looking for the person who shot her. We're going to have an update from the hospital coming up in just a moment.
But first, let's go to our Patrick Elwood. He's live at the scene near Addison and Elston with the very latest. Patrick.
Lourdes and Ray, good evening to you. The intersection of Addison, Elston, and Sawyer, as a matter of fact, over my right shoulder on Elston, plenty of police presence here, uniformed, and detectives, plainclothes, as they continue to gather evidence. That said, according to the official narrative, it was a little bit after 3 p.m. today when an off-duty police officer, female, became involved in some kind of a road rage incident on Elston Avenue, more or less around the Jiffy Lube here in this neighborhood, and it was very busy place at the time. At some point, the gunman exited his vehicle, fired off at least one round, which hit that officer in the face. The suspect took off. That officer was able to call for help, never lost consciousness. Active search for that shooter is underway. One last item as it relates to what's happening here at the scene. There are plenty of cameras around here, both public and private, and I have been seeing detectives canvassing this neighborhood and going and asking people if they do have some video that could help put all of this together. At least one neighbor telling me that she shared her Ring video, which essentially shows pretty much everything she says of what happened. Continue to monitor the situation here. We're live on the northwest side. Patrick Elwood, WGN News, report back in the next half hour. Ray and Lourdes, back to you.
All right, Pat, thank you.
And our Brona Tumulty is now live at Illinois Masonic, where the officer is being treated. Brona?
Good evening, guys. Yeah, we're standing outside of the emergency room at Illinois Masonic, and there's still a huge police presence here behind me. There are police cars, marked and unmarked, lining the streets of Wellington Avenue, right outside of the hospital. We did hear from Superintendent Brown inside of the last 30 to 40 minutes. He was able to give us an update on this officer. He tells us that she was driving alone in her own vehicle on the north side when she was involved in what appears to be a road rage incident near the intersection of Addison and Elston. Now, the officer, we're told, is a probationary police officer, meaning she's not been on the job very long, but she was, as Pat mentioned, off duty when this incident occurred. Now, a single shot, we're told, was fired from a black SUV and struck this officer in the face. We're told she somehow did not lose consciousness. She was brought to Masonic, alert and awake by the fire department. Brown telling us today this officer's injuries are amazingly not life-threatening. He had a chance to speak with her, but the suspect, whoever fired that shot from that SUV, has yet to be found.
We had one of our off-duty officers shot during a road rage incident. The suspect vehicle is described as a black SUV, and the offender escaped in this vehicle, so we don't have anyone in custody. Our officer, who was off-duty, is a female officer, and she has non-life-threatening injuries, thank God.
Now, again, that is a black SUV. We did ask if they had a license plate. We're told that they do have a license plate number. That license plate has not been released to us. They're still looking for this offender. We asked for a description of the suspect as well, and that was also not provided at this time while that search continues. The most important thing, of course, is this officer has survived and her injuries are not life-threatening. We're live at Masonic. Brona Tumulty, WGN News.
All right, Brona, thank you so much. And as all of this is going on, there's another scene that we are watching at Lawrence and the Kennedy, still waiting to confirm whether or not that is related to what's been going on earlier today. Let's go to Shannon Halligan now to cover the traffic side of today.
Yeah, there are several scenes associated with this. So this one, I believe, is Drake, just south of Peterson, where police have gathered since all of these different investigations. So to start off, we had the shooting that happened on Elston, just near Addison, and then there was another investigation. We saw police officers taking off to Lawrence, just near the Kennedy Expressway, and then you saw Skycam 9 up live just over Drake near Peterson Avenue. So right now, Elston Elston is closed between Addison and Kimball. That, of course, is closed for the investigation where that shooting happened at the Jiffy Loop. And then also we've got this closure, Lawrence Avenue closed in both directions between Cicero Avenue and the Kennedy Expressway, and then Lawrence Avenue entrance ramp to the outbound Kennedy, that is closed. It did appear that officers were possibly searching for a weapon that may have been dropped in this investigation. And then, of course, North Drake Avenue, south of Peterson Avenue, you've got several closures in the area. Initial reports that they may have found the vehicle that was involved in that initial shooting at Elston and Addison, but it's not clear at this time if anyone is in custody or what is going on with that situation right now. But of course, a very evolving situation, several closures once again on the northwest side because of all of those different scenes.
No.
A lot going on. Thank you so much, Shannon.